Tom Haberstraw says, how does one explain this? The cause seems almost inescapable. James is running away from do-or-die free throws. I've been saying that for 10 years. LeBron just dreads having to go to that free throw line by himself, go through some weird new routine, and try to make, especially 2 to tie. That's just unthinkable for LeBron. Or maybe 1 to tie and 1 to win. Or maybe even have to just make 1 to win. He is scared to death of having that spotlight on him late in games because I guess you could say, I'm going to give him a break here. He's a borderline big man. He's 6'8", 6'9". He's not 7 feet. We've seen a lot of 7+ footers who've really struggled because their hands are too big at the free throw line. Obviously, Dwight Howard and Will Chamberlain and Shaq, and we can go on and on. Lots of Drummond, all of it. So in this case, I go on quoting Haberstraw. This season, LeBron took 13 field goal attempts in 1-possession games in the final minute, firing up 8 3-pointers and barely getting into the paint. His average shot distance in these super clutch situations, 19.4 feet away from the basket. In other words, he's settling for long jump shots, a shot far less likely to draw a foul. James' average shot distance last season, about half the distance of 10.8. So in usual, just in regular game situations, his average shot travels 10.8 feet, but in late game situations, all of a sudden he's 19.4 feet, which again just underlines in neon my theme for 10 years, which is LeBron doesn't want to go to the free throw line. He shies from it. Sometimes he runs from it. And the classic case was the game in Boston that obviously Boston won, that we went back and forth on, when he got the ball at the three-point line. He could have just gone up and shot the three, but here comes Crowder selling out, flying past him, and now all that's left is Horford underneath. Just attack him. The worst thing that can happen is you're going to get to the free throw line for 2 free throws. The best thing that could happen, you might get an and one, and you won't even have to worry about the free throw as much. So in this case, in that case that we're talking about, LeBron not only ran from the three-point shot, he ran from the free throw line because then he goes all the way cross-court to Deron Williams in his first game as a Cavalier, and it's up to him to shoot the three to save the game. And, of course, he missed it. Well, that's just LeBron running from the free throw line, and I think this piece nailed it, and thank you very much, Tom, for doing this piece.
Skip, free throw shooting is his weakness. That's no secret. I mean, this is not earth-shattering news. This is not like we found life form on the moon. Okay, so we've known this about LeBron because for all his greatness, he's a mid-70% free throw shooter. So this was not earth-shattering to me. You made the point about after this year, he's walked away from shooting the tech. Well, Kyrie is a 92% shooter. So even if LeBron is shooting 85%, why would he shoot the tech over a guy that's shooting 92% when that's a free point or that's a free 2-point? So
well, it used to be because he's just LeBron James, and that's just what LeBron does.
If Steve Kerr was on the court with LeBron, with Michael Jordan, and a tech was called, who shot the tech?
Well, it should be Steve Kerr. I mean, he's like,
whoa!
Whoa to you because LeBron has always insisted on it year after year after year. This is the first year. He's played 14.
Can I talk?
He's played 14 years.
You let me talk?
About what?
I just asked you a simple question.
Yeah.
With Steve Kerr
and
Michael Jordan was on the court and there was a technical foul called, who shot the free throw?
It should be Steve Kerr. He's 92%. He's better than Steve Nash.
Kyrie Irving is a 92% free throw shooter. Steve Kerr was probably a 90% shooter. Michael Jordan was in his 80s, but he didn't take the tech when Steve Kerr was on the court.
Okay.
But you don't look at that as a negative with him.
I do because LeBron has insisted on shooting the tech for the last 13 years until this year, and he did early this year for a while, and then he finally said, I'm out.
All I'm saying is that when there's a better free throw shooter on the court, no matter who the player is, no matter his greatness, the guy that shoots the free throws the best normally steps up to the line.
So why didn't you criticize LeBron for this in all those 13 years past?
Because I know he's not the greatest free throw shooter. But that's just like saying, well, I get mad at Tom Brady because he can't scramble like Cam Newton or Michael Vick. I'm nitpicking.